Well, hey there, all you paranormal enthusiasts. It is a pit stop with Over the Road Paranormal. And tonight we're doing a very special live pit stop broadcast. Um, we're supposed to be getting joined by AJ from Coventry Circle Paranormal, but they had a family emergency. So he's going to try and make it in before the end of the show. But if not, please send your prayers towards him and his family. They could use it. Um, it's a little bit of a serious situation. And as I've been teasing everybody on Twitter for the last couple of weeks now, um, back last year when Microsoft did their, let me take my glasses off here, when they did their Windows 10 update to prepare for their Windows 11 launch, they, I'm sorry, um, they, there was something wrong in their program and it crashed millions of computers. Older laptops like mine just it fried their hard drives. Well, just about, not completely fried it, but did enough damage to where I couldn't get into my data from investigations and stuff that I had up until that point. They also somehow, we haven't quite figured it out yet, but they erased my my OneDrive account, so everything that I had up on there was completely gone. So all the pre-recorded episodes that we're getting ready I was getting ready to upload of the regular investigations, plus stuff that I was working on, is gone. My other OneDrive accounts, that one didn't get damaged, so I still have files and forms and notes and whatnot, but I don't have any of the video, audio, or photographic data to share with you guys on that. We fought. I mean, I paid a lot of money, went to a lot of different people and whatnot, trying to recover the information off of the hard drive. But every time they went into it, the corruption went a little deeper, a little deeper, a little deeper, and finally we just had to give up and replace the hard drive on the computer all the way around. So I don't remember exactly where we found it, but in amongst all of that chaos that was going on, managed to find a small bit of video from our very first investigation of the Fort Myers Cemetery. Now, so far, Over the Road Paranormal has been the first and only group that has ever been allowed in to conduct an investigation there. I don't have like I said, I don't have my notes, so it's an old cemetery. It's actually been moved. There's been some graves that have been lost and some that have been relocated into the current area that it's at now. And some of the claims that have gone in to Fort Myers Cemetery is first of all, there's strange electronic things that happen. People will drive in, they'll drive their cars in for like a ceremony or to visit a relative or whatever, and when they get in the car to leave, the car won't start. So there's all kinds of weird things like that. One of the most prevalent stories that we heard over and over and over again, which really kind of got us hooked on to Fort Myers Cemetery, was the story of a little girl that is supposedly actually manifests in the child section. And she would come out, according to the story, she would come out and she would visit with people who brought her toys, and she would play and such like that. So we were really interested to see if we could find something along those lines. And we've been there twice. We want to go back. We need to contact the city about going back again. We had both times that we've been there have been really exciting investigations. We've had a lot of interesting things happen, and unfortunately, I don't have anything left from the second time we were there, trying to to validate the stuff that we caught the first time. What I'm going to show you tonight is from our first investigation, the first time we were there. And let's see, where's my mouse here? There we go. What I can start with, if I can remember how to run this. It's been a little while since I've done this. Okay, video file. There we go. All right. What we're going to start off with is we're going to start with this. Where did it go? Hold on, technical difficulty while I try and figure this out. Where is it? Why is that file not coming up? Let's try it. Nope, that's not what I want to do. Let's give it another shot here. Sure, I gotta go in the private chat. Let's see. Yeah, for some reason, StreamYard eliminated my account, so I've started everything over. I've got to kind of refigure out where everything is at here. Let's see here. I want to do video file. Apparently, that's the right file. Why isn't it showing up on there? Okay. All right. Well, what I was going to show you was a couple of clips from our daytime walkthrough. We had. Remember, there's electronic malfunctions seem to occur here, and part of what happened on our first walkthrough is, and I'm trying to, what I wanted to show you on the video is the little camera. It's a little Polaroid camera, the Polaroid digital camera that it'll shoot video and it'll shoot still photos. And I was using that to shoot the video of the first walkthrough. And as we went through, at one point I had pointed the camera down to the asphalt, and I was looking at something. But when I picked the camera back up and I was panning across the headstones, the image on the viewfinder didn't change from the grass and the blacktop that I had first set the camera up on. And it sat like that for quite a while, and I actually had to cycle the camera off, cycle it back on, in order to get it to clear up. And then it seemed to work fine there for a little while. And then as we started making our way down, we started from the center of the cemetery, and we started working our way down into the corner where the children's graves are. All of a sudden, there was a battery drain on that camera, and it went from 3 bars to 1 bar in just like a matter of a couple of minutes. And so it was kind of an interesting little thing that happened there. Hey Heidi, how you doing, sweetheart? You're the first one in. We're getting ready to go over some of the video that I shot during the Fort Myers Cemetery investigation. That the whole episode got destroyed by Microsoft when they did their Windows 10 update last year. So hang around, check out some of the stuff that I'm going to show, and I'd love to hear your input on some of it. Sound good? I don't know whether she's still there, if she just popped in and left or not. Let's see. Okay, so let's see here. Yeah. These graves get visited quite often. You'll see, because you can go in during the day at any time. I got to turn this volume down here. And You can go in the cemetery during the day without an appointment or anything like that, without checking in or any of that good stuff, or getting a permit like what we had to do in order to investigate. And if you go into the children's section, you'll see new toys there all the time. So it's kind of an interesting little thing there. Let's see if I can remember. Let's see here. We shall. Is this one? Let me just check my properties here real quick on something. You're the sweetest person in the world, Heidi. You really are. I would love to have you come on an investigation with me sometime. You would be just like absolutely great. Alrighty, let's see here. All right, let's see. Let's go with. I think this is the right. I hope I got these set up in the right order here. Video file.
Oh, I'm very happy with that.
Okay.
Shouldn't want to come through.
At this point, no, wait a minute. This is not the clip that I wanted.
Yep, she's turning.
That's not the clip I wanted. Yep, here we go. This is the one I wanted. This is, whoops, and that's the wrong button. All right. Here we go. This clip is from the video, the very beginning part of the night. I just lit all up. Hopefully it's going to show everything here. Yep. Yeah.
5 seconds. Oh my gosh.
See, we were right, just getting started. Oops. Here we go. We were just starting the investigation. We just were putting equipment and stuff out when I got lit up like that, and things just kept snowballing from there. Let's see here. And now this one here. This clip is actually Cindy and Jean were setting up the cameras.
Doesn't want to come through, does she?
Down in the children's section. I had to go and meet with the police sergeant who was coming in to check on us. And
yep, she's turning.
This video, well, actually, all these clips that I'm showing you were shot with our full spectrum video camera. So that's why everything has got kind of a purple tint to it.
Do you want that up there where the kids are? Or is that why you're going up there with that? I think so, yeah. Okay, so what do you want with this one then? I have no idea. That's useless in the dark. Actually, it might not be. If this one's got a bright enough IR light, we might be able to bounce the IR light off of that one. In other words, we'll set them together, just angle them differently. What if we were to take this one back over to the pavilion?
The little lights that you see flashing, they're solar markers that are scattered throughout the cemetery.
Yeah, I heard something too.
Jewish cemetery. We've already got 2 cameras out there.
Here's a red light that changes direction. Yeah, interesting. That sounded like it was on the other side of there.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the one that's hanging right there.
I'm still here. There we go. Now, did you see
So how about
what just
this
happened?
this way? Is this? Oh wait, is that the end street over there?
End street?
There we go. That looks a little better. Picture in
As
picture.
in the end of the, I think that's the last cross street right there.
Okay. So let's set this one here.
How far is it?
Not very far. I'm not
None
seeing
of
any,
these are going far enough to.
seeing anything.
When do I go off the?
Oh, you're still on screen. Right now.
Yeah, they're actually working with a couple of different cameras here. Now, Heidi, did you happen to catch that interesting little bit that happened? Why is it not letting me read your? It's not letting me read your. Okay, all right, you saw it. All right, now when I first saw it, when I was doing the initial analysis of the video, I thought, you know, it's a bug or it's a headstone or vegetation or something like that. But it didn't turn out to be so. Let me bring this back up again. Let me bring up a new clip here. What did I do with it? See, now in this clip, we can see the vegetation. We can see the trees. There definitely is differences between what's visible and what isn't. I got to expand this thing here again so I can see what's going on. No, it's definitely not a bug. It's not vegetation. There was, because I just showed you vegetation here. I'll show you. Computer's running just a little bit slow here. This is actually, I've slowed this image down, but you can see that.
Yep, she's turning.
Those are the trees. Okay, let me see. File again here. Okay, now this this is an video isolating the first sighting.
Cemetery. Yeah, I heard something too.
It goes by really quick. You want me to play it again? I'll repeat that. I'll repeat it.
And you point it out towards the Jewish cemetery. Yeah, I heard something too.
I get a real kick out of that every time I watch it. All right, now here is that same clip. Yeah, it was right in front of the camera. Here's the same clip, only in slow motion.
Yeah.
Let me take me out of that. All right, now I'll play it again so that you can see it.
Yeah.
Now it doesn't end there. Wait till you check this out. Now, like 2 minutes later, it did this.
So how about this?
Come on.
So how about this?
One more time here.
So how about this?
All right, that same clip in slow motion. Think it might be. We think it might be. Now, just to do a little elimination here, let me put myself back into the small mode here. This is a video of a bug, because I know some people are going to see those images and they're going to say, "That's a bug, that's a bug." And the one thing about bugs is bugs have a very distinct look to them. Now, you notice, granted, it's catching it in multiple frames there, but there's always a hard edge. There's always a hard edge with a bug. What we captured doesn't have those hard edges anywhere, and it moves perpendicular in front of the camera too. I'm reasonably sure that it stayed there. I haven't felt anything to make me think that it tagged along. And then here, just so that we can compare to an actual living person.
Oh, you're still on screen.
Now see, even with Cindy walking away, fading out, she still has hard
Right
lines
now.
in the frame. So needless to say that, what about the woman? Yeah, everybody's fine. Later on during the investigation, um, matter of fact, down in that same child area, we were working with what's called the ghost box, the spirit box, ghost box, um, from uh, Ghost Stop. Their ghost box, their little ghost box thing that they have, and we were we actually we had also had a Tesla ball set up, and with the Tesla ball and with the ghost box, we recorded. I think we recorded like 17 different names came through on the ghost box. Um, so we really need to go back so that we can try and establish, that it's the same 17 people there, and it wasn't just kind of some kind of fluke, transmission from different radio stations. Um, but after things died down there at the child's portion of the cemetery, we began working our way towards the front, towards the street, and unfortunately, we don't have any of that recorded anywhere. But as we were coming up, we were checking out um, different headstones to see if we could, link a name to any of the names that we caught on the ghost box. And at one point, um, Jean had said what was the name she said? Susan, or no? Was it Susan? No, I think it was Jenna or Gemma or something. I think it began with a J. I'd have to go back through all my notes. But as soon as she said that name, about, I would say, 20 to 30 yards um, to our right, well, actually, it would have been in front of us, but it was to the right of where we were standing. Um, I spotted a black mass, like trying to like somebody was trying to hunch down, hide behind the headstones. And once Jean had verified that she was seeing the same thing that I saw, we both took off and went. We traveled with the block basically between the plots to where we saw this mass. And when we got there, of course, we lost track of it in the shadows because black against black, very difficult to see. But we were standing there trying to figure out what it was that we saw. We were calling out, trying to make contact. Um, all of a sudden, uh, I had this feeling wash over me, just ultimate sadness, just like washed right over me. And I mean, it took me by such surprise. I would, didn't. We hadn't heard any stories about it, so I wasn't even remotely prepared for it. But it hit me so hard that it put me down on my knees, and I was sobbing and crying, trying to carry on an EVP session with whatever was affecting me. Gene went off to the side while Cindy stayed and watched me. And it didn't last very long. It was maybe, I don't even think it was 2 minutes that it lasted, but it was a very interesting experience. And when we went back for the second investigation, I got to experience it again in the same location, but I was ready for it. So it's like I felt the sadness. I got teary-eyed and sniffled, and my voice cracked up. But so it's like we really seriously need to go back and reinvestigate this. That's a very distinct possibility. And what I find really interesting is that I I was in touch with the same emotional energy that I was the first time. But like I said, when it hit me, when I felt it the second time, it wasn't as much of a surprise. I could feel it coming on. I was actually standing. I was standing with my back to the graves the second time, so I kind of felt it like it felt almost like somebody was putting a blanket over my shoulders. So it was kind of a gentle feeling. I felt it coming on, um, but unfortunately, uh, even we the the we weren't able to capture it. I mean, because while we were trying to film it, the batteries died on the cameras. So even if Microsoft wouldn't have destroyed all of our data with their so-called update, um, we weren't able to record it because of the battery drain on the cameras and on the recorders. So, um, but it's definitely like a favorite spot of ours. We want to go back. We also I can't do it tonight because I don't have it with me. But we recovered some some of the data from the college investigation we did. Um, Florida Southwestern University. We did an investigation there, and we came up with some stuff there. You need to keep magnets with your cameras and equipment. That'll stop the battery drains. I never heard that. I'll have to try that. I've never heard that before. That's that's the first one. Thank you, Heidi. That we'll definitely try that tip. Uh, because when we did the investigation at Bobby Mackey's, we had horrible battery drains up there. I mean, we went through in my cameras alone. I went through both sets of batteries and battery packs. Oh, I appreciate that. I will message you, or you can message me in Twitter, and I'll give you. Well, you know how to get hold. I'll chat with you on Twitter about it. Well, that went a whole lot faster than I expected it to. Well, I expected AJ to be here too. Uh, so I hope things are all right with his family. Yeah. It looks like you're the only one in there. Oh, is that something that you carry in your shop, or is that something else? Oh, okay, all right. Hey, do you want to come on screen here, or are you perfectly content staying in the chat room? Oh, neat. I will definitely make that investment. For 20 bucks, you can't go wrong. And plus, you can use it for testing. Always testing the EMF meters and everything like that. When was it? I was gonna. uh, well, like I said, I've never heard that before. That's actually it's a very interesting. Um, well, for me, it's a theory because I've never done it, but I mean, it's a very interesting application. It makes sense, though. It makes sense. Yeah, magnetic energy. How close do you put them to the cameras, though? Because I know, like with videotape and whatnot, if you put a magnet too close to it, it'll erase it. I don't know if it'll do the same thing to like a digital card or not. Oh, just keep it in your back. Okay. But what about like with a stationary camera? Because we do set cameras up stationary. Just anywhere close to the camera. I can't read Sanskrit, but whoever said okay, welcome to the show. Oh, okay, that makes sense. I've got glow in the dark paint I can put on them too, so we can find them afterwards. Makes it a little easier to locate stuff when you put little glow in the dark markers on everything. Keeps you from losing your equipment. It costs like about $2 at Walmart, I think. Yeah, that would work. That would keep from getting kicked around anyway. Uh, so, do we want to review it? Do a review of what I showed earlier? Nice. If that works, that'd be awesome because that would save on buying batteries and chargers. Although the camera that I was showing this footage from, it didn't have a battery drain at all. And did it at Bobby Mackey's? I don't think it's ever had a battery drain any place that I've ever used it. Um, it's just been like the regular IR cameras and the digital recorders and stuff like that. Those all seem to have battery drains. Yeah, I'll definitely invest in some of those. Thank you so much, Heidi. My dream girl comes through for me once again. Oh, I definitely will. I definitely will. Besides, we still have to get together over your UFO footage. We need to do that one of these nights. Oh, were they? Yeah, yeah. That whole area is a little bit crazy, and not just because of the casinos. Um, the military bases and the yeah, yeah, it definitely is between everything with the native population and the military experimentation for decades. But it's the right kind of land for it, the right kind of territory. I used to love traveling through Nevada. And this company that I'm with now, we don't go there all that often. Kind of a rare thing, but back years ago, I mean, I would I mostly went into Reno, but I would occasionally get you know trips down through Vegas, and I've always enjoyed going through Nevada. I've always eyeballed that big military base out there. The one that they don't said that they say it doesn't exist. Well, there's several of them actually out there. Oh, I know you were getting ready to move. I bet you do feel like that. Are you still in basically the same area, or have you moved like completely away from that mountain? Okay, a little quieter, I imagine. I still love your footage. I mean, it's like especially like the one where the bird just disappears in thin air. That just is. I mean, some of the stuff that you've captured is just totally head scratching. Good. I'm glad you're getting some peace and quiet. Uh, I'm not much of a uh, I don't know if a believer is the correct word. I have my questions on the whole portal theory. I don't completely buy into it. I can see where it's a possibility. Skinwalker Ranch is now seeing portals. You know, I haven't heard a whole lot from Skinwalker Ranch in a while. I don't know if that's just on my end or what it is, but I haven't heard anything from them in quite some time. Well, Heidi, definitely, you know, what we need to do is you and I need to get on. You need to come on to the pit stop, and so we can sit down and we can chat one-on-one about these things, and we can share some of your data that you've collected, because I mean, you really do have some really amazing video footage. All right, it's a date. We'll set it up. We'll make a big special out of it. I'll have to figure out how to set it. Yeah, I know they have a way that we can set this up to where you can actually put your footage up on here. You can actually get a producer's keyboard or something like that, or screen or something like that. Anyhow, I get myself all wound up and tangled up here. Well, should we go through and we should show any newcomers what we were showing earlier tonight? I don't know who all is in the chat room. Actually, I can't even tell who's in the chat room. I thought there was a thing on here that told me how many people were watching, but I don't see it anywhere. Hey, well, for any of you latecomers, since we've only got like about 10 minutes left of the show here, we'll go back through and we'll show this really interesting capture.
I'm very happy with that. She didn't want to come through, does she? No, yep, she's turning. No, do you want that up there where the kids are? Is that why you're going up there with that?
I think so, yeah.
Okay, so what do you want with this one then?
I have no idea. That's useless in the dark. Actually, it might not be. If this one's got a bright enough IR light, we might be able to bounce the IR light off of that one. In other words, we'll set them together, just angle them differently.
What if we were to take this one back over to the pavilion with the light behind it and point it out towards the cemetery?
There goes one.
I'll go to that one on the Jewish cemetery. We've already got 2 cameras out there.
Here's a red light.
Yeah.
There it goes again.
So how about this way? Is this?
Well, you can see why I
Oh
absolutely
wait,
love
is
this
that
piece
the
of
end
footage.
street over there?
End street?
It's
As
definitely,
in the
without
end
a
of it.
doubt,
I think that's the last cross
a very
street,
compelling
Okay.
piece
So
of
let's set
data
this one here.
How far is it?
that right now we just don't have any kind of explanation for what it is. I'm not sure if it could be a woman. But like I say, we were down in this was actually filmed down in the children's section. So of course, there's nothing that says that, you know, just children are limited to that particular area, but it's just really, really a cool piece of footage. And I'm absolutely ecstatic that we were able to save it. Yeah, I mean, it very well could be. It very well could be. Like I say, we have to reach back out to the city to see if we can't get another permit to go back in and investigate again. They have some pretty strict rules. Um, like we actually have to pay for a police presence. Um, we have to actually have a on-site officer with us. Um, we didn't that night just because simply there was a communication foul up. So we lucked out on that part, but from now we're not going to get away with that in the future. Well, our clock is winding down. I don't see. Could be. Interesting theory. Could be. Now, if you ever come down to Florida, Heidi would take you along with us. What do you think about that? Yeah, we do have a lot of humidity in Florida. There ain't no doubt about that. Um, and that was another thing. We eliminated the humidity aspect of the footage because obviously, as you can see in the 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 regular video and in the slow speed, whatever it is actually has form. Um, it's not. It's definitely not a water droplet. Um, it's not a bug. It's not a tree. It's not a leaf. It's not a headstone because in the second appearance, the camera wasn't moving at all. It was actually set. Um, so uh, I'm really looking forward to going back and digging in a little bit deeper on that one. Okay, well, hour is almost up, so I'm going to say thank you very much to Heidi for coming in and entertaining me with her conversation and chat. I couldn't quite get her on screen, but we'll do that at another episode when we actually sit down with her and we talk about um, uh, UFOs and alien encounters, because this woman has had some serious encounters. So, thank you for taking the time out of your evening and watching, and I hope you enjoyed the video. And I hope that what we captured um, has you questioning a little bit on things that you've ran across. And it's Heidi. It's always great to see you, and I always get a giggle out of your stuff on Twitter. I love the little video things that you do. But so this is Pitstop with Over the Road Paranormal. I'm Edward Janowski. I'm your host. I'm lead investigator for the team, and you can reach us at our Twitter, which is OTR at OTR Paranormal. You can reach us email at OTR Paranormal at gmail.com. Our website is also OTRparanormal.com. And of course, we have Facebook, which is Over the Road Paranormal. So thank you. You all stay safe. Keep questioning everything that you see. And we'll see you next time. Good night now.